inshallah, coming good time for Morocco, for all the world, inshallah. Inshallah, in the future, inshallah. Inshallah. Inshallah.
Meet Palebo, a digital nomad from Denmark on an epic journey around the world.
I call this episode of the Radio Vagabond podcast The Butcher from Tiznit. When you read this title, as a Westerner, you might think something about halal slaughtering of animals. I'm not here to talk about that, nor am I here to make any huge debate about how we treat animals in our part of the world, which in some places are far from perfect. You see, I'm just here as an observer, trying to understand the different cultures with an open mind. I hope that you will listen in the same way.
This is the Radio Vagabond podcast.
I'm here in Tiznit in Morocco with my Danish travel companion Edward. Tiznit is a town in the southern Moroccan region of Souss Massa. It was founded in 1881 by Sultan Hassan I. It's the capital of the Tiznit province and has a population of 75,000 people. As we were looking for a restaurant, we find a small grill place on a sidewalk, and next to it there was a small butcher shop. The way it works here, you go to the butcher and buy the meat you like, then you bring it to the grill next door. Here they cook it in the way you want it and serve it with salad or whatever you want. And after we've eaten, the butcher comes over and says hi to us. His name is Omar. What is your name?
My name is Omar Atash from Tiznit, South Morocco.
And you're a butcher?
Yes, I am a professional butcher in Tiznit, South Morocco. I am happy to work in my city, original city, because I have too much experience in this job. In this, I like butcher. I like meat, cut meat, sausage, every...
And we had some last night. It was so good.
Yeah.
The way it works here is your butcher shop is right next to the restaurant, which is sort of a grill thing. Yeah. So we bought some meat, some different meat, and then we took it to the grill and the restaurant, and they were cooking it for us and served it with tomatoes and bread.
Alhamdulillah, now we are the first best one in Tiznit, in my city. Good quality, good spicy, because I know all spicy or from all the world, American spicy, Mexican spicy, Spanish spicy. I taste sometimes I taste new item because this is for good for customer. This is for good for communication with customer, and I am happy for your coming here in Tiznit. It's nice to meet you.
Likewise.
You are good people. For Denmark, it's good people. I know.
And we talked about because we were in Fez and in Rabat and in Marrakesh, here in Tiznit there are not so many tourists. So the people we meet are the friendliest people, we think, because for example, Marrakesh, we felt that they just wanted our money. And here we meet super nice locals like you and the guy from the restaurant who showed us here, and
it's good, man. It's my friend Redwan. I think this movement, this accent is good for tourists. It's coming tourists for Morocco, because if you have a good memory with me, a good moment, you come back next years. You and all your family, your friend, just this is good for tourists. You know, it's good for Islam because Islam is peace. You know,
that was something you said last night as well, because you bought us tea and were super friendly, and then you said, this is Islam.
Yeah, this is Islam, because Islam equal peace. Salam. Salam, name Salam is name of the God, you know. Mm-hmm. God is named Salam. Mm-hmm. Peace, it's very important for all the world now, you know, because we are good, too much problem in Arabic country. This peace, it's same medical. Medical for people, you know. good communication, good smile. This is good for all the religions. It's not for Islam, just Islam. It's for Christian men, it's for Jewish men, it's for Islam. It's good. Peace is good.
I feel that in different religions, we should all have respect for each other. That people can believe what they want.
Yeah. I respect all the religions. I respect Buddhist men from China, from Indian. Just Indian people. It's 1,200,000,000. It's same China. I respect all these people. Any man, any woman, any guest coming in Morocco, I respect.
As we're talking, Edward brings us tea, typical Moroccan mint tea.
Bismillah, thank you, my friend. It's tea from Mr. Edward. Thank you, Mr. It's good tea.
Very nice, yeah.
This one is good for your.
Digestion, yes.
Yeah, digestion. Yes. It's very cold now.
Here in Morocco,
Yes, thank you.
everybody drinks mint tea all the time with a lot of sugar. A lot of sugar.
It's good. I think. I think.
What is the best thing about living in Morocco?
Old. Good line. Good airports. Good. Good house. Something like this. We have water, we have we have meat, we have food, we have all.
And you have 4 seasons.
Yeah, four seasons. In one time, you go to Ifran, ice. Yeah, it's very cold. You go to Casablanca, white. You go to Al Ayoun, Sahara, very hot. You come in here, Tiznit, it's good. 4 seasons. Alhamdulillah, this is just one country. He have this 4 seasons.
Omar has high hopes for the future of Morocco as a tourist destination.
Morocco is coming number 1 in tourists in the world, I think, because we have peace, number 1, good quality in service, good people, gentleman people. We have 4 seasons in all time.
When I ask Omar if there's anything he wants to change in his country, he really don't want to comment on it. It's a question for the politicians, and he's not that.
I don't need change. Just politics. I don't. This is concern for politics.
Also, as the old man in Fez that I spoke to in the previous episode, Omar loves the king Mohammed VI.
I like we have one king, Mohammed VI.
Yeah, you love the king very much.
Bien sûr, bien sûr.
Moroccan people love the king.
No, I love my king Mohammed VI. أنا نقولها بالعربية. I say in Arabic. I like my king. It's the best king in the world. I like him. Alhamdulillah, we are good. In Morocco, we are good. Alhamdulillah.
When he says Alhamdulillah, it means, as far as I know, something like praise the Lord. And something you also hear a lot is the word Inshallah. That means something like God willing, or if God wishes this to happen.
Inshallah, coming good time for Morocco, for all the world. Inshallah, in the future. Inshallah.
I also asked Omar what he would do if he won the lottery, and as a true Islam, he would donate the money to the mosque.
I give money for mosque. Yeah.
Would you give everything, or would you keep some for your family?
No, my family in my small city in Imjad here. After 70 kilo, we have too much place. He need the mosque help. Mosque is very important for people. Sometimes you go to mosque, you prayer. It's very small, It's need some meter plus some decoration. This money, if I am have good too much money, I give for mosques. It's first, less second for me, my family, my business. But number one for mosques. Yeah. Before I have money, not too much. I go to my mother in Hajj in Saudi Arabia, Saudi. I Hajj with my mother. It's very expensive, but alhamdulillah, from God, it's not expensive. It's coming 5 plus. Alhamdulillah. This is my.
If Omar could travel anywhere in the world, he would go to my part of the world, but only to visit.
I like Sweden.
Sweden?
Yeah, Sweden.
Very close to Denmark. You should stop by.
No. Denmark is same Sweden. It's country Scandinavian.
Scandinavia,
For me-
Denmark, Norway, Sweden.
Yeah, for me, for country, it's not same for me.
Yeah.
Denmark, Sweden, Finland. This country, it's same for me. It's not a difference. I like all the country, but I like Sweden, I like Denmark, I like Finland, same like this. Inshallah, if I have money, I visit this. Just visit this, not work. Just
Then you go back to Tiznit.
see it's my city.
Yes.
And I like go to another country because I have experience before. I have experience in Saudi and Arabia. I have experience in Bahrain. Work experience for working. It's not for visit. But next time, it's if you come in visit, I go to Sweden, inshallah.
Yeah.
I like in Denmark, inshallah. I come in your house, inshallah.
I don't have a house.
Don't have house, no problem. No problem.
But if I did, you could stay with me anytime.
I know.
Thank you
are good.
so much, and we're connected on Facebook, so keep in touch. It's been
Inshallah.
very, very good meeting you.
Inshallah, thank you for you. Welcome anytime. I'm happy for your question. It's very important. Thank you very much. Welcome to Morocco. Welcome.
This is not goodbye to Omar. There's more to come on a personal level when something happens, much against my will, that will bring us back together. But for now, it's so long to Omar and Tiznit. And when we come back, after a small break, we'll arrive to another small city further south in the Sahara Desert. Also, we get to meet two wonderful people who invited us to stay with them. We get stuck in the first rainfall in this part of the Sahara in years, and then I get sick. But first, let me remind you that this episode is supported in part by Hotels25.com. If you need a hotel room anywhere in the world, go to Hotels25.com. It searches a bunch of the big hotel search sites in one simple search and finds you the best price. That saves you both money and time. Hotels25.com.
And I can take anything you can throw at me, and nothing can get me down. Life is looking so bright, the sun is up again. I'm feeling like I could fly. No clouds in my way, no. And I'm living the good life. And I'm living the good life now. I'm living the good life, and nothing can get me down, no.
Before we continue, I just want to say a deep, heartfelt thank you to the people who wrote a review in iTunes or your podcast app. This means so much to me. Thank you. We're heading further down through Morocco to a small place called Tantan. As we're driving on the bus, something weird happened. In the middle of nowhere, we were stopped by customs. We were nowhere near the border, and they only asked for passports from me and Edward. I tell him that mine is in the bag in the trunk of the bus. He walked out with Edward and comes back on the bus and says, "Have a nice trip." A bit later, we got pulled over again, this time by the police.
Passport or a ticket? Passport?
Oui.
Passport is that's in the trunk.
Yes.
And my passport is in the trunk. I have the ticket here. This one?
No passport.
Passport is in the trunk. I have a dans le bagage.
Oui, nationalité française.
I have a ce n'est pas passeport, mais.
And again, the officer walks straight past all the other passengers to the back of the bus and starts talking to me and Edward. He asks for the passports again, in French. He doesn't speak a word of English. Again, I try to explain that my passport is in the bag in the trunk of the bus. He accepts my driver's license as an ID and leaves the bus with Edward's passport and my driver's license. The whole thing was so weird. Anyway, they let us go and eventually we arrived. It was a bus ride of about 160 miles southwest from Tiznit, in port of Tantan, in the southern part of Morocco, very close to Western Sahara, or Moroccan Sahara, as the locals in Morocco likes to call it. Like Tiznit, Tantan is a town with around 75,000 people, and two of those are a Moroccan man called Mokhtar and a Danish woman called Esther, or as she likes to be called, Bacon. As we get off the bus, a guy's asking if we need a taxi.
No, okay. No?
What?
Or that's what I thought he said. Have a listen again.
No, okay.
I found out that he said something similar to my name,
Yeah! I thought you said taxi.
and he did. This is Mokhtar.
Oh, welcome.
Thank you. This is my
name
friend
is
Edward.
Mokhtar.
What is your name?
Mokhtar.
Mokhtar.
Nice to meet you too.
Thank
welcome.
you. Thank you. We need to find the
I
bag.
have a blue taxi for you there. Send it over there.
Perfect.
He takes us to Esther and her blue van.
Good day. So, not big fields and not a lot of houses and
Yeah.
open spaces.
Oh, very open space.
Yeah.
You are actually in Sahara.
Okay.
It has, that's what they say. It's not the way we think about it, but I would call it for Stone Sahara, you know?
Yeah.
I tried to ask him, Polypo? He said, no.
I thought it was just someone. Okay, he's a guy coming off a bus. You need a taxi. And then I said, wait a minute. He said my name. Yeah.
This is a taxi. Exactly. So you took the bus from Tiznit?
Yeah.
Straight ahead?
Yeah.
You had some nice days in Tiznit?
Yeah, and the people were so nice.
Yeah.
Really, really nice people. It's less touristy than Marrakesh, so the people, they weren't trying to sell us much. They were just interested in who are
Exactly.
these
Yeah.
two white guys.
Yeah.
So they were super nice. Yeah.
And it's funny because it's the center for making silver in Morocco, and they
into the
actually
market inside?
We
Berber market?
didn't really see much. We just was a little bit around in our neighborhood because we both had a lot of work to do, so we just stayed most of the time at the hotel. In the end.
Danish Bacon and Moroccan Mokhtar has invited us to stay with them for a few days. And shortly after we get to their house, Mokhtar asks if we're hungry.
What about you? Are you hungry or what?
Always hungry. He's always hungry. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's like me. So I'm always hungry.
Remember, we eat. We must have food.
Okay, can I cook for you? But you have to wait
Then
for
it
1 hour
takes-
and a half or something like that.
Or even
If it's
more.
okay with you,
It's absolutely fine, and we'll be glad to help you.
he would be very happy if you don't.
if you stay away, much better.
Food, that's good. Yeah. We can also go to the city if you. What's better for you? So eat here or eat in the city?
No, I can cook for you here.
Moroccan food?
Yes.
Okay, very good. I would like that.
My own way.
Oh,
Ah.
interesting.
Yeah.
What do you look? Chicken or lamb?
Wow.
When is the last time you had rain?
We've just arrived to Sahara, and for the first time in 2 years it's raining here. It's my first time in Sahara, and now it's raining. Our host Esther said that this is very, very highly unusual. Is it always raining in Sahara?
No, sometimes, not always.
Esther said that it hasn't been raining for years. We're in Sahara right now in Morocco, and actually yesterday and a little bit today it was raining for the first time in 2 years. We were told it's amazing what 2 Danish guys can bring to Sahara: rain. And the first rain we've had, and then it comes in Sahara, and it's a little bit chilly. At least I think so. I think I have a fever, and I have pains in my chest, and I hope it's not pneumonia. So, yeah, now we've gotten into Esther's car and driving down this dirt road and going into town to get a sandwich and find out what else can happen. Maybe we're lucky to be able to find a doctor, because if it is pneumonia, I need to get some antibiotics, and it's not the best thing to do right here. And here we can see the ocean. It's quite windy today, so the waves are pretty big. The sound quality in the next clip is not perfect. I was feeling sick with a fever and forgot to bring my microphone, so this is recorded on my phone, and I'm afraid the wind got a bit in the way. I'm still in Morocco. We're getting closer to the so-called border between Morocco and Western Sahara, or as the Moroccans like to say it, Moroccan Sahara. In fact, we're told that we are in the Sahara right now, and I'm afraid that I've contracted some kind of pneumonia or something like that. I'm not sure what it is, but I've just been to the pharmacy. My local host, Mukhtar, said you don't need to go to the doctor, go to this pharmacist, and he's an expert, and I don't trust the doctors here. So I got some. I thought I was going to get penicillin, but he said no, you need magnesium, and then he gave me something else that would help my blood flow. So yeah, I don't really know if I can trust that. I need to check that out with some experts back in Denmark before I start taking this. But I think I have a fever, and I don't feel super well. I have pains in my chest, which is not the best place in the world to be if you get sick. And that's all we have time for in this episode. Next week I have a conversation with a man who grew up as a real nomad in the Sahara Desert. A man who doesn't know when he's born, only that there was a sandstorm when it happened. That man is Beacon's husband, Mukhtar. On my journey, I've really heard some interesting life stories, and this is one of them. Also, I get even more sick and worried about what is wrong, and that makes us change the travel plan. My name is Palle Bo. See ya.